Such a good location. Good ass food, friendly staff. I would be ready to head to my courts now, but the bus leaves every 1 hour and the previous one just left, so despite always being into geography and different countries, etc., and now being extremely into traveling, it wasn't always the case. Because when I was a kid, we barely traveled, and even when I became an adult, I started making my own money. It just never occurred to me that I can just go, like even for a weekend, I could just go to Europe. Like so many of my friends do this. Sometimes they just fly somewhere over a weekend if they find like cheap flights for a weekend. It's like very common actually, not just for my country. I feel like for most Western European countries. I was raised by a single mom, and only like long trip abroad we took was to see some of our relatives in Russia, and I think Stockholm too when I was like very young. So we never really had the time or money to go somewhere, while most Finnish families go abroad at least like once every year, at least the ones that live like near cities. At least like that has been the case when I've talked to my friends and co-workers. But then I got a sudden urge to visit my relatives, and then I got a strong urge to study abroad when I was given a chance, and I'm so glad I took the opportunity. It's one of the best times in my life. And around that time I realized that this is it. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to spend my money on, my time on. And here we are. But it was just something that wasn't in my head. I never really like thought about it like that. That I can just go, you know? Like travel just wasn't, it didn't occupy any part of my brain like it does now. Like a couple of years ago, I had been to much less places than an average Finn will have been, I would say. But now I think it has changed during these last years, especially during the last year. I've been to so many different countries. I've loved every bit of it. As I said, I'm so grateful that I have the opportunity, that I'm in a platform, I'm in a situation where I can do these kinds of things, because for so many people in the world, it's not a given, which may be shocking to some. It's not a given. So I'm just grateful that I'm in a position where I can allow myself to do what I want to do with my life, which is travel, mainly. Can't lie, I'm feeling a bit passive right now. I've done a lot of walking the recent days, and at altitude as well. But it's not out of choice right now, because I'm still waiting for the bus. And I don't feel like there's anything for me to see anymore. Only exception being right now is that I had not been to Tallinn yet. I feel like almost every Finn has been to Tallinn, at least once in their life, especially the ones that live in the Helsinki area where I do as well. It's very common to just go there on like a Saturday and you come back with shit ton of alcohol. Like so many people do that, seriously. But yeah, I would love to go to Baltic countries, but I don't know when that will happen, because now I'm on a Europe trip, right? But as I said, after this trip, all doors will be open again. This trip was exceptional. I wanted to experience what it was like to be in Schengen and go from one country to another without even realizing it is. I mean, you saw how much fun I had in the last video. But now, soon that will be over with, and on my next trip I could be anywhere. I would hope it to be like maybe Africa or Australia, because those are the two continents that I had not been to yet. Besides Antarctica, of course, but that doesn't count. Never mind, I'm gonna have to wait for another hour. I've noticed that it's pretty common here in Germany and Switzerland to change buses midway through the journey. But it's been fine because they tell you which bus to go to. So it's not a problem at all. Never mind, I have to walk for like 40 minutes. Oh, they got water fountains too. Wasn't really a thing when I was in Lower Saxony. I think my corners are so windy here. We'll have to make quite a U-turn if I just continue by going by the... Oh, there's a deer. Maybe it has something to do with hunting. What is that? I feel like I shouldn't be around here. I'll have to make quite a U-turn if I were to continue going by this road. So I think I'll try to go this way instead. Hopefully I'm allowed to. Okay, I've made it to my courts, Ilmensi, but this part is actually like farmed land, so I'm gonna go there again from here. As you can see, there should be like a road right here. Oh yeah, I see it. A little path. Now I'll load the next courts. I just heard some crazy growls. What the fuck is going on here? a lot of mosquitoes here. Yeah, I just had to reapply some sunscreen that I bought today because my skin has been taking the damage now. Okay, let's see. I think this works. I wish it was like closer to the tent. So I think I'm gonna walk there. It's gonna take us about 1 hour 40 minutes. Gampenhof. This place actually has a bus stop. Interesting. Google Maps and Robert Trujillo didn't give me anything though. Look at this. So the bus will leave in an hour. I need to get to this next town anyway because it has like a cafe, because I need to use the restroom. And by then I won't have to wait for long to get the bus. And then my courts are like around here somewhere, right here. I can leave at this bus stop, which would save quite a lot of time actually. So I'll do that. I don't know what that bus is though. But yeah, because of that, I will have to wait over 30 minutes. And there are no places here to spend any time. So I'm just gonna continue walk. Yeah, the cafe is over there. And it's actually closed, so I had to use the restroom here. It's not a church, it's some kind of like a church organization though. Maybe a cult, who knows. I kind of sneaked my way to the bathroom, and on my way I was approached by somebody. I explained that I needed to use the restroom and handed him this, but he didn't take it. He just said it was fine. They really just have these everywhere. I mean, not quite 21. It officially ended this year, but I guess those were the worst years. Like offering or building. This place has multiple car dealerships, but I don't think this place has a single grocery store. When I told my mom that my next course are going to bring me back to Germany, the course that I was just on, she laughed and said that, "Oh, you must love Germany." Well, shit, maybe I do. When I was living and studying in Korea, the nationality that I hung out with the most were, I would say, the Germans. I know Finns and Germans, they just seem to click pretty well. Like, our mentalities are somewhat similar, I feel like. But for like the actual reason, I mean, Germany is just that central in its location and everything. So it's not really surprising. But my passport will probably look pretty weird if it had to be stamped each time. Especially since I entered from 3 different locations. But now that I've been to 3 other European countries, I still have that opinion that Germany is the ultimate default country of Europe. So like, if you need to describe a European country other than Germany, you should start like it's like Germany, but and then list all of the differences from the given country and Germany. I don't know. It feels like it's not distinct in a huge number of ways. And like each European country has something Germany does. It's kind of hard to describe, but that's the feeling I have so far. Remember in one of the Switzerland videos that I asked myself, I wonder how is Finland the happiest country in the world when our buying power is not that good? In which other areas do we compensate that? Because I feel like out of like the top countries, maybe top 5, we have the weakest buying power and economy. But then now I remember that in the official report you can see also like the statistics and metrics they use. So let's check it out. World Happiness Report 2023. Okay, this is just all of the points combined, and it's like we're ahead by quite a lot too. What do we actually do? Okay, this just shows all of the points together, but I need to have it by segments. No. I think we need to go here. Okay. 160. What? Okay, so these are all of the things that it factors. GDP per capita. Wait, so it doesn't. So it's not PPP. It doesn't take buying power into consideration. Because I feel like we're better at pure buying power than pure GDP per capita. Social support, okay, we are pretty good at that. Healthy life expectancy, it's good, but I think all of the other Nordic countries are even better at that. Freedom to make life choices, yeah, I think that's pretty good. Generosity, okay, that is good. Finns for the most part are very trustworthy. Maybe not super generous necessarily, but very trustworthy. Like there have been statistics when some people made tests about dropping their fake wallets in different countries, and Finland was always at the top at these tests. And I have dropped my wallet multiple times when I was running to a bus stop or something, and each time I was asked to come back. Perception of corruption. I mean, corruption exists in every country. It's just in different levels. Yeah, I guess it's pretty low. Dystopia. I don't know what that. I don't have time to read all of this. Just give me that list. Wait. Here we go. Here are the 6 factors. Okay, so GDP per capita. Oh, we're not actually doing bad. Luxembourg, obviously, at the top. We're not really lacking behind. I thought we were. Then Costa Rica 23, nice. What else? Perception of corruption. Okay. We seem to be average. Generosity. It's kind of hard to make any judgments. It's such a thin segment. Doesn't seem to have a lot of weight behind it. Freedom to make life choices. Seems average as well. Healthy life expectancy. Yeah, there you go. We're like average, maybe even below average. It's good, but nothing spectacular. Social support seems average again, and GDP per capita. So I guess we just don't have any weaknesses, because we're not excelling in any of these areas, but we're not particularly weak at any of them either. Okay, well, if we compare to Denmark, who's at second place, freedom to make life choices, and now we're even again. Generosity, and they're a little better. They're also, okay, we're about even at perception of corruption. Okay, and the difference maker, the big difference maker is the dystopia. Yeah, I didn't even pay attention to that. I wonder what this means. Wasser Schutzgebiet. Wasser means water. Schutzgebiet, it's a word that I've pronounced before on one of my previous videos, but I don't know what it means. And I don't remember the occasion anymore. But I don't know what it could be, because there are no rivers ahead. But I always felt like the name of this thing, happiness report, is a little misleading, and every Finn will agree with that too. They always reply, we're the happiest country in the world. Hell to the no, we're the most miserable. And we're actually known to be quite melancholic, especially during winters. That's true. So that's why I feel like the name is a bit misleading. A better word for it will be like life satisfaction. Like, are we satisfied by how government, what kind of opportunities were presented when we are born here and raised here? I think that would be a better way to put it. And to answer that question, I think so, yeah, I think so. Well, we do like to complain, but even the ones that lived and worked abroad, most of the time we return. Why does this place have a bus stop? We're not far away anymore. Okay, here we are. Again, I'm at Farmland, so I'm not gonna stay here too long. Almost at Fullendorf. Looks pretty nice, doesn't it? Look how huge this tree is. But yeah, I'm gonna head to a public road now. Follow the cords from there. Здрасте. Okay, let's see. All right, we're going to town. Why does it just end there? All right, we're at the courts. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think that makes sense. I might go to Ostrach, I guess. Yeah, I think this could work. Okay. I managed to book an apartment from Ostrach, which was the town I have to go to, for only 43 euros. So now I have to just walk to the center of this town and catch a bus that goes there in like 40 minutes. But yeah, I haven't stayed at an apartment before, so I'm gonna have an opportunity to cook something. I'm also a flag nerd. I think it's called vexillology or something like that. Germany seems to have quite a lot of outside pools, which I think are pretty cool. I've only been to one in my life. This is the bus stop. Here's the map of the place. Pfullendorf. Alright, we're at Ostrach now. And so we are at our 49th region. Just kidding. We're not even close. We're still in Baden-Württemberg. Here's the map of the place. Not a very big town at all, but seems to have all of the basic necessities. Our cords are actually going to be pretty close to Einhard. A very warm service. Let's take a look at the apartment. This is like a big house, and now we're in the basement of the house, but it still has a window up top. Let's see. Nice kitchen. Bro, no fucking way. For 43 euros? For 43 fucking euros. I paid twice for that shitty Zurich hostel. Wow. Bro, no way.